Okay, so in this one, we're going to be modeling intersections. So just to remember what I said before, modeling means that we're going to find things in the real world that kind of represent these ideas fairly well, even if they may not be perfect definitions or perfectly fit our definitions. Okay, so a biplane, which just means a plane with two wings, bi meaning two, has two main wings that are stacked one above the other. Struts connect the wings and are used for support. So there's these structures here that keep the wings together and keep them stable. Flying wires run diagonally from the main body of the plane to the wings and between the stacked wings. Okay, so from the main body of the plane goes diagonally, and between the wings, there's also diagonal wires. Okay, so each wing models what? Do you think that's a plane, a line, or a point? Okay, well, I would say it doesn't really model a point, right? In this drawing, you might just say it looks like a line. However, we're thinking about the physical 3D object. 3D object has wings that are going to be more like flat objects than just dimensionless lines. So I would say that models a plane pretty well. Okay, how about the middle one? The intersection of a strut and a wing. Well, the struts, once again, are physical objects that have some thickness. So the strut itself is going to be kind of another plane. So you've got the wing on top, that's a plane. You've got the strut that's connecting it to another wing on the bottom. So these two are both planes, and when we intersect two planes, we end up with a line, right? That was kind of what happens when we intersect those things. So the intersection of a strut and a wing would make a line. You could just draw a straight line where the wing and the strut come together, going from the back of the wing to the front of the wing. Okay, the crossing of two flying wires, so when we cross over at a single point, well, we just call it a point. Right. So let's just review the dimensions of all these things. So a plane is two-dimensional. If you combine two planes and you find their intersection, you see a one-dimensional line. And if you find the intersection of two lines, you get a zero-dimensional point. All right, and that's it. So that's kind of our first lesson in geometry. As long as you can understand those terms, plane, line, point, you can understand the concept of their intersections and what happens when they intersect, as well as the vocabulary terms collinear, all on one line, or coplanar, all in one plane, then you'll be good to go. You'll be ready to move on to the further lessons that are going to incorporate a lot of that vocabulary. All right, good luck on the lessons to come.